If you're an American and you have an international trip coming up, you need to see this because supposedly, allegedly, they are canceling people's passports. And this is one of those things that can ruin your life in real time. There are people that have went on vacation, landed in another country, got off the plane, and then were told their passports were canceled. Not by them. They didn't report it. They didn't lose it. They were told it was marked as lost or stolen. Now, mind you, when you check into the airport in the United States, they're letting you check in. They're letting you get on these international flights. Everything is fine. Mind you, when you land in another country, they're saying that it's an alert on your passport. Now, if you go down the rabbit hole of passport not lost or stolen TikTok, you will see that there are numerous people saying this. So why are people's passports being reported stolen? A man said that he was deported from Thailand. A woman said that she went to Rome and almost couldn't get back to the United States. If she didn't have all of her information, birth certificate, ID, passport, social security card, she would have been a Rome citizen. Now you gotta ask yourself, why are they randomly canceling people's passports? Now you gotta remember this, a lot of people said that they wanted to leave the United States because of things that's going on. They are willing to move out of the United States where they were born and raised because all of these things are going on. I need you to keep that in mind. And now randomly, they're canceling people's passports. Also, people are saying that they've been detained, sent straight back, or forced to rush to the U.S. Embassy to drop off $300 for an emergency passport on the spot. That's panic money. Right now, there's only one thing that you can actually do. Call the National Passport Information Center, have your passport with you, tell them you're calling to confirm whether your passport is valid or flagged, or lost, or stolen. This is where we're at right now. So if you're traveling, please don't ignore this. I'm out.
Hi guys, my name is Messi and you're welcome back to the channel. It's about power and how that power uses paperwork, politics and silence to control who can move freely and who can't. Right now, a warning is spreading across Black American spaces and people are paying attention for a reason. Because history has taught us that when the system starts reviewing, redefining or tightening rules, it's never applied equally. This is about passports, this is about citizenship, and this is about what happens when a group that always had to fight for recognition is told once again to be careful with the very documents that are supposed to protect them. Let's talk about what's really going on. Let's see some clips of videos. We'll come back to talk about it. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow.
Okay, so it's happening. 4 Americans who have gone abroad have said that they have gotten deported and that their passports were marked lost or stolen. This is incredibly alarming because American airlines are allowing Americans to leave not checking their passport's validity. They are then arriving internationally only to be informed while abroad that their passports were marked lost or stolen. This happened to 4 different Americans all recently within the last 2 weeks. One was in Rome, one in Colombia, one in Vietnam, and the other happened in Thailand. All of them, 3 of them had to pay for their deportation flight back. One of them had to pay $400 for an emergency passport. None of them have gotten answers on why this happened. Apparently nobody knows why it happened. And with everything going on with the American government, I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that's just happening right now. This was literally one of my worst fears, which was why I applied for dual citizenship and why I also got a second passport, because of this exact thing happening. I had a fear that the US would retaliate in some way because of the way they were forming the bills, which was why I kind of was like, looks fishy. And now Americans are actually having experiences with this.
If you are an American and you would like to travel or you care about your civil rights and liberties, you need to hear this. This is for you. There are multiple reports that people's passports are being frozen or reported as stolen by the US federal government. I myself have seen multiple TikToks of people talking about being in other countries and saying that their passports were reported as stolen when it was impossible because you need to do that with your social security. It was literally impossible. They waited till he was in another country, in this instance, to tell them, hey, your passport is reported stolen, and they got sent back to the US. I have seen other reports of people where the United States government is the one that's saying, hey, you are not authorized to travel while someone is in a different country, you need to be extremely careful if you are planning travel or if you are deciding to travel. I told you guys that they would stop people from leaving, and you looked at me like I was crazy. And what the fuck are they doing right now? Stopping people from leaving. If you are considering leaving the country, I would strongly urge to do it now. I was urging this before, but now it's a hit or miss. This is not a good sign if your government is trying to stop you from leaving the country, because what they're doing is, for now, letting us leave and telling us, hey, you're not supposed to leave when we get to other countries. I've even seen people who are Republican and who align with their party be stopped and told to turn around in other countries. There are also multiple cases of deportation happening where people will get established in other countries and be sent back to America by the request of the American government. So I really urge you guys to think before you travel. Please look into this. And the hard part about it is the news is not going to report on this. Many things are not going to report on this because they don't want you getting alarmed or knowing this. Even if you do not plan to travel, this should scare the shit out of you. I'm not here to fearmonger. I'm not here to make you scared. And I know that it seems otherwise, but I'm here to tell you, get your ducks in a row and be smart about this shit. Because so far up to date, I've been right about almost every single prediction that I have made because I use that critical thinking. I use those patterns. I see that recognition happening for myself, where I'm looking at the fact that there is a very clear blueprint that has been circulated around. So please plan accordingly. That's not to say that many people can't travel. It's just starting right now. I'm giving you guys the preliminary heads up. This is just the beginning. So please plan accordingly. I'm going to put this on World Talk and hopefully it makes it. Please let me know what your country thinks and what you have been told. And as always, everyone stay safe.
I have now been warned multiple times by immigration lawyers that I should not leave the country at this time. Let me explain. I'm a naturalized U.S. citizen. Many people maybe don't know that. I've been a citizen of the United States since I was, I think, 16 or so years old. So went through the entire process legally. My family moved to the United States legally, obtained permanent residency. Ultimately, my parents got citizenship as an under 18 son of naturalized citizens. I was able to get citizenship by going to the post office and filling out a passport application. And then that was decades ago. And here I am in 2025 being told that even with my citizenship, it might be risky to travel internationally under this second Trump administration because of what might happen when I get back. Now, I'm not going to pretend, I might be deported. They're going to rip up my passport. It's not about that. But the idea is that coming back might be unpredictably uncomfortable or uncomfortably unpredictable because we've already seen reports of U.S. citizens detained at the border. We've seen U.S. citizens held and questioned for hours without even being told why. We've seen a spike in the stories from folks who are dual nationals or have names that look or sound foreign, or maybe they speak with an accent. Stories of those folks being pulled aside, treated like suspects at their own country's border. And what immigration attorneys are telling me, the ones that are paying attention, is that naturalized citizens, people like me, in Trump's second term, with the return of these Stephen Miller style policies, we just need to be careful. Some are saying if you leave, have legal representation lined up, know exactly which immigration lawyer you will call, and that they will be available to take your call in case you end up in one of these situations. Think of it, legal representation to re-enter a country you are a citizen of. Now, what is the goal here? I don't believe that it is to actually deport U.S. citizens. Not yet, anyway, even though Trump is talking about it. What they want is fear. Intimidation is the goal. Give these folks, people like me, the feeling that we don't quite belong, even if we've done everything right. It's about making us feel like a problem, like foreigners, like we're on probation in a country that we call home. This is a hallmark of authoritarian systems. This is how they behave. You don't need to prosecute everybody. You need just enough horror stories that people start to self-censor and self-isolate and start to say things like, maybe I shouldn't go to that protest. Maybe I won't apply for this job or that government benefit. Maybe I won't leave the country for a while. And if you think I'm exaggerating, ask yourself, Would you have believed if I had told you in 2015 that a US president would start floating the idea of deporting citizens or stripping citizenship from naturalized folks depending on how they obtained that citizenship? I think 10 years ago, you would have said, David, that's crazy. It's never going to happen. Because Trump has said exactly that. His administration has tried launching a task force to re-examine the naturalization records of some to see if they're eligible for citizenship revocation, if they can find some technical inaccuracy in any.
I was deported from Thailand, and it's because the American system is failing you in a way that you don't even know about. So on December 28th, me and my girlfriend fly from Miami, Florida to Doha, Qatar to Bangkok, Thailand. And upon arrival, I go into immigration and I'm told that my passport is flagged as lost or stolen by Interpol. So in case you don't know, the only way that it can be marked as lost is if you yourself mark it as lost. You need your social security number, your birth certificate, you need all of your personal information to mark it as lost.
My name is Marcy. I was supposed to be deported from Rome, but thankfully was not, and I'm going to go ahead and explain what's been going on with my passport in a non-vlog style video. So I originally did it in the form of a vlog because I thought that this is a hilarious situation. The circumstances are unbelievable. Like, who would this happen to?
Long story short, a bunch of people have now been coming out talking about how their passports, even though it's legitimate and everything is by the book, they have been deported from foreign countries and sent back to America because their passports have either been reported stolen or it has been voided. Remember, I made a video and I said, I believe, my theory, I have no proof, but I believe the Iron Curtain goes down after the World Cup. When the World Cup is over, that's when America will show its true face. It can't do that now because it needs all these people to come to America and we need their money. So it's either the World Cup this year or the Olympics next year, but one of the two, the Iron Curtain is coming down. And once it comes down, you will find out that wall in Mexico was never to stop the Mexicans from coming in. It was always to stop Americans from leaving. Don't forget, up to 5 Americans so far. 5 different Americans have gone to Canada to request asylum, only to get arrested by the Canadian police and sent back to America. So if you go to Canada thinking, oh shit, everything is scary here, I'm gonna run to Canada. Nope. Canadians will arrest you and send you the fuck back. Y'all don't understand what's going on. This is the time for second passports. By the way, black people, actually, there's no war in Boston. Say, black people, don't worry about it. Black man, go do you. Go get those jeans. Go figure out which girl's gonna be your baby mama. Black girls, don't worry about it. Black man ain't shit. Go get you a white man, pasta lobster. Get that vacation. Everything is all copacetic, baby.
My last post of the day. So listen, I booked a vacation for my husband and I in December for March. And when I was booking it, I was looking at Dubai, I was looking at Bora Bora, I was looking at some exotic places or some places that I felt that we were going to have an experience, right? And then I thought about it and I thought, who is our president? I said, nah, I better not leave the United States. Why are there people stuck now in some of these islands trying to get back home because our president then did what he did? My husband and I are going to Vegas in March because I wasn't playing with this guy. This guy is nuts.
Welcome back, my people. So no, this isn't exaggeration, it's awareness, because freedom of movement is power, and power is always contested. The question isn't whether this is real. The question is whether people will take it seriously before the window closes. Stay informed, stay critical, and never assume the system is on your side yet. Just because it hasn't come for you yet, because history says it. See you guys in the next one. Bye.